Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Just a short one today. There's not much to update. Obviously, it's been pretty bloody in the markets, but I do think we're kind of getting close to a bottom here now, at least a temporary bottom. I think we have kind of a nice wick right now on the daily candle for Bitcoin. We're basically in the bullish divergence zone here, and on the even weekly 3-day, let's see, even on the daily. Yeah, even on the daily, we have a lower low on the RSI of 28. And this last dip down here in April, we only got to, I don't know, like 34. Now, if we go on the weekly, we're kind of seeing the same thing where we come back down here and the RSI only went to 43. Now the weekly RSI is down at 38. So what we're seeing is we are seeing higher lows on the chart, and we're seeing lower lows on the RSI, forming kind of a hidden bullish divergence. So I do think we are going to get at least one move up. Now, it could be a big move up. Again, as I've said multiple times, I think we have, I don't even know, if I were to randomly put a probability, we probably got maybe just under a 50% chance of going up to new highs from here, maybe higher than a 50% chance for kind of just coming up and rejecting maybe at the bull market support band, or maybe even a little bit higher, maybe this red line as I mentioned yesterday. But we have some very interesting things going on in the chart here. So if you see my leverage positions I have open, the altcoin positions are up a couple percent in the last day here, and Bitcoin's still down. So there's a lot of Bitcoin selling going on, and Bitcoin dominance is actually continuing to drop, which is pretty insane. Bitcoin going down, altcoins staying stable. Again, if you want to do any leverage trading, I have an affiliate link below. Great exchange, Bitunix. I have that one. So my Bitcoin position just destroyed right now, but some of my altcoins are still in the green. So it's quite interesting what's going on. You know, fear and greed is been an extreme fear for a while now. We've had some of the lowest readings at 10. Again, if you go into like the max, this is like pretty much the lowest it goes, besides like the bottom of bear markets. Sometimes we get to like 7. I think the lowest in history here is like whatever this is, maybe a 5. So 5, 7. These are kind of like bear market territory. And for pullbacks, we are at the exact same spot that we were in the April pullback, which was quite a big pullback. That one, let's see if we go to Bitcoin here. We go to like the weekly. This one that went into April was a, come on, let me grab it here. This one was a, why, how come I can't, what's going on here? What's going on here, guys? For some reason, I can't, what's happening? All right, let's try this again. We'll just use this instead. So this pullback was about a 31% pullback, and the current pullback we're in is about a 29-ish percent pullback. So about the same, about 30%. So we're looking at a similar pullback from the April one. Yeah, that's what we got going on. We've definitely closed below these moving averages here. So another interesting thing that I've seen is it kind of looks like USDT dominance is topping here. You can see it's kind of topped at like a similar level as we did before. So again, I put these green bars here saying this is a good zone to buy, and then down in this red zone is a good time to sell if you're doing some short-term trades, because USDT dominance, and you're seeing the same thing on USDT plus USDC. So how this works is basically when people get out of the market, they go into stable coins, and then when they go back in the market, they get out of stable coins. So this kind of raises and lowers the dominance of these. So these have been a very good indicator. Again, you can see a lot of the altcoins are kind of holding up. Doge dominance is sitting here at plus 3% today. Solana had a nice comeback, if you can even call it that. Obviously, Solana dominance has been going up and down like crazy. It's kind of wild that Solana has gone from, it just hit a high of, what did we hit here? About $253, and we just pulled all the way back like 50% in the matter of, just a couple weeks, which is pretty insane. Yeah, 48.9%. So that's quite an amazing pullback, to be honest. This last one was 66% after the Trump rug pull there. Solana, I'm sorry, SUI, seeing some big pullbacks as well. This one from this most recent one was, 63%. So some very large pullbacks in a lot of these. Litecoin holding up very stable. So this one from this same kind of time was only about a 30%. Even from this other high, it pulled back only about 38%. Obviously, we saw this really big wick on that 10-10 liquidation cascade day. But besides that, it's been holding rock steady. So Solana has been looking Litecoin has been looking quite strong. If we look at some of the pairs, ETH Bitcoin looks like it's trying to get through this bull market support band and trying to move back up. Solana Bitcoin had a very big green candle today. So maybe the low short term is in for Solana Bitcoin. Litecoin Bitcoin is holding up very well. It's one of the only ones above the bull market support band. BNB is another one that's holding up above the bull market support band, but like stuff like Fartcoin is extremely oversold down here. SUI just keeps bleeding well below the bull market support band, which is this moving average. Again, you can get my indicator for free, DHYT, and just pick up this one right here. You can pick it up for free, and it gives you all of these moving averages, which have been, showing some good resistance and support, etc. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Not crazy amount of things going on today. Sentiment is very, very flushed. FOMO Finder has been balanced for a while now, which is kind of surprising to me. I would think there'd be a lot more people going short, but yeah, a lot of people think the end is pretty much in sight here, right? Like saying we're going into a bear market, but I don't know that we're going directly there. Obviously, I think we're heading there. My my time target has always been, October, November, December-ish, Q4 of this year, basically. But a lot of coins are just absolutely just decimated right now. So that's gonna be it for the video. I just wanted to kind of talk about, a quick market update. I guess let me look at some of these other ones actually. Total 3 ES. So this is like the small coins, everything besides Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins. This one you can see is actually pushed above the bull market support band. So that's looking good. If we look at total ES, what do we got going on here? I mean, just because Bitcoin is being sold off so much, we're seeing these lower. I guess I need to kind of redraw this line, probably something like, we'll attach that to that. If we attach this to like, I don't know, somewhere around here. Yeah, right about there. That looks about right. We have this falling wedge pattern, which usually breaks to the upside. But I'm expecting this to at least come up to the bull market support band before getting rejected again. Total 3 ES, we talked about that one. Let's look at others divided by ETH. Yeah, they're trying to get above the bull market support band. Interesting. They kind of double bottomed here, and they've been moving up. Very interesting. Total 3 minus USDT divided by Bitcoin has fully broken out. So that's quite interesting. Ben Cohen was saying that he expects this to come all the way down to 0.27. Maybe this liquidation event here, if we look up the USDT minus USDC, yeah, so this one actually kind of did bottom with that liquidation event. So it did a wick all the way to it. So I guess in some form he was correct because of that liquidation event. If we go to like the monthly, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, so there's this support line right here. We wicked perfectly to it, and maybe that's all it'll take now, and then maybe we can move back up. Basically, this is like kind of like an alt season indicator, right? So if we see something like this big move up, that's kind of an alt season. It's like so late in the cycle. Maybe the 5-year cycle thing is, I see a lot of people talking about that. Maybe that's a real thing. We'll have to see as time goes on here. Obviously no one has a crystal ball, but the Bitcoin treasury holdings have just been absolutely destroyed. I mean, a lot like BMNR, for example, this one was just wrecked. Even from these like small highs, it's up 70, down 68 or 57%. From the absolute high, down 81%. Just brutal. SPY down a little bit more today as well. We're just getting this like close long indicator, which sometimes means we're going to bounce a little bit, but we'll see what happens here when the market opens. There's been a lot of Bitcoin selling, I actually wanted to show you something on X, but X is like down for some reason right now. Yeah, retry. Okay. So X has been down this morning. So I can't show you that, but it's kind of interesting. Basically, someone was saying that when like iBit and these ETFs purchase Bitcoin, they do it OTC, so it doesn't affect the market. And then when they sell, they just take it all and then they just like market TWAP sell it. So it just like continuously sell on the market, you know, kind of dumping. So it's kind of messed up. But anyways, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below. I hope you guys are hanging in there, and have a great day, everyone. See you guys. Again, affiliate links below. Best way to support the channel. Have a great day. See you guys.